Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're doing a deep dive into vitamin D. It's one of those things that does way more for your body than you might think. Our goal here is pretty simple. Give you a quick, clear guide on why it matters, how you can get enough, and, importantly, what your options are locally, especially if you're living in or near Banbury.
Yeah, and we're basing this on a really helpful local guide we found. It's called a vitamin D blood test in Banbury, your local guide, and you can find it over on the Blood Test UK website. Really practical stuff in there for you.
It really is. And what's so interesting, I think, is just how much vitamin D actually does. People think bones, right?
Mostly, yeah. Calcium, strong bone.
Exactly. And it is crucial for that. It helps your body grab onto calcium and phosphate from your food, the building blocks. Keeps bones strong, helps avoid things like osteoporosis later on. But it's more than that. It's also like a little helper for your immune system.
A helper how?
Yeah.
Like boosting it? Sort of, yeah. But it's more like it helps regulate it, helps it fight off sickness properly, like a tiny shield, but also tells it when to calm down.
Yeah.
And it's involved in keeping your muscles working smoothly. And there's even research linking it to mood and energy levels.
Wow, okay. So it's doing a lot behind the scenes.
Definitely. Which really shows why it's, pretty vital.
So what does this mean for you listening? It means keeping an eye on your vitamin D levels is genuinely important. Especially because, let's face it, here in the UK, we don't always get a ton of sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
And this guide, specifically mentioning Banbury, just brings it home. Helps you understand your local situation.
That's right. And it raises a key question. Who should be thinking about getting tested? Paying closer attention.
Good point, does the guide say.
It does. It points out that, older people, anyone with darker skin tones, because melanin naturally reduces vitamin D production from sunlight, or really anyone who spends a lot of time inside. Maybe work keeps you indoors or your lifestyle.
Right, or just living in a built-up area, less sun exposure generally.
Exactly. Even the NHS suggests yearly tests for some of these groups. So knowing if you fall into one of these categories can really help you, take charge of your own health.
Okay, so knowing the risks is step one.
Yeah.
But then let's say you want to check your levels or just generally boost them. What can you actually do? The guide must have some tips.
Oh yeah, definitely. And thinking bigger picture here, keeping those levels healthy has some amazing long-term benefits. We're talking about potentially reducing the risk of big things like heart problems, maybe even some types of cancer, though research is ongoing there.
And more immediate stuff too, like energy.
Absolutely. It can give you a real energy boost, make your immune system stronger against, coughs and colds. The guide suggests simple things, like trying to get maybe 10 to 30 minutes of sunshine on your skin each day when the sun's strong enough, obviously being careful not to burn.
Sensible. And food.
Yep. Eating foods like oily fish, salmon, mackerel, or great egg yolks. Have some. And look out for fortified foods. Things like milk, some cereals, spreads often have vitamin D added. And if that's not quite cutting it, or if a test shows your levels are low, then supplements are an option. But the key thing is talk to your doctor first. They can advise what's right for you.
Right. Always best to get that professional advice. And if you are in Banbury thinking, okay, how do I get tested?
Yeah.
The guide makes it clear you've got choices, right?
Yeah, it's quite accessible.
You can obviously talk to your GP. They can sort out a blood test through the NHS. Some local pharmacies might offer tests too, worth checking that out. Or if you want something maybe quicker or just more convenient, there are private labs. They offer vitamin D blood tests. The guide mentions prices roughly between, £30 and £100? Gives you options depending on your needs.
And it's usually just a quick blood draw. Pretty straightforward.
So really, whether it's through your doctor or going private, there are ways right there in Banbury to find out where you stand. So wrapping this up, what's the main takeaway? I guess it's that looking after your vitamin D is actually a fairly simple thing you can do, but it can make a really big difference to how you feel now and your health down the line. Small steps, big impact.
Precisely. And that leads to a final thought, maybe something for you to consider. Knowing all this, and knowing there are resources nearby in Banbury, what's one small, maybe sunnier step you could take this week? Could be learning more, getting tested, or just making one healthier choice for your bones and your overall well-being.